Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Glad you could attend. Today on the chopping block, we have The Christmas Mummy, brought to you by Screaming Like Banshees Productions, written and directed by Carolyn Baker, who tells us the story of a Victorian mummy who gets trapped into a device in his time, and he gets freed in our time, and after misinterpreting a steampunk Christmas poster that mentions a time machine, he thinks he can go find this time machine and head back in time, and we see the events unfold as people get in the mummy's way and how he takes care of them to get them out of his way so he can meet his goal of finding this time machine, which you know is going to be a futile task. So that adds a little bit of, you feel sorry for the mummy because you know he's not going to find no damn time machine. But what you do find is a lot of interesting things that happen along the way on a low, no-budget film. This is a classic prime example of a low, no-budget film. They did this on next to nothing, yet they were still able to paint a beautiful story. Well, not beautiful, but beautiful maybe for horror films, and a well-told story. They've got decent performances, especially by Adam Thimming, who plays the Christmas Mummy. I loved his performance, the walk that he developed for the mummy, as well as just his overall appearance. They get this costume for the mummy. He ends up finding a top hat and cape and such, so he kind of looks sort of like a Dr. Jekyll. So very styling mummy. On Christmas, the fact you got horror and Christmas, nothing goes better with eggnog and Christmas carols than blood and guts, and you get plenty of both in this short film, okay? But the only thing I didn't quite care about it was there was a bit of scene involving excrement, someone pooping, if you will, and for me, that just doesn't do anything for me, and that one turned me a little bit off to the film. And the fact that it was such an abrupt ending. Now I understand, no budget, low budget film. They worked with what they could in the time they had. I would have liked to see a few more things involving the mummy and a little more resolution than what was given at the end. But that still doesn't take away from the rest of the film. Very humorous events, some great things going on. Love the effects they do with practically no budget. Definitely conveying that horror element to it as well as some comedy. It's worth your time. And where can you see it? Well, you can see it at the Madison Horror Film Festival. That's right. Got to see it at Oshkosh. If you didn't get a chance to see it there, you can still catch it at Madison. Go to madisonhorror.net for all the information there. Definitely worth your time. You get to see a lot of things there, including myself, which would be probably the scariest thing of the whole event. And that'll about do it for here at the final cut. Till next time, keep the tickets